Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tiān 2, episode number 17. On the last episode, we had a lot of shit happen. That seems to be a running theme. On the last episode, we had another trip to the Feywild in order to understand a little bit more of the situation that's currently happening with Estelle, a little bit more of an understanding of what Sirius is going to be doing, and following Passeth back to his family home. In doing so, and experimenting with abilities later on, long story short, Passeth is a little bit lost in time, seemingly in a place familiar yet foreign, as it seems to be about a couple of weeks before the actual, actually more than a couple of weeks, a few weeks before the time in which he left the material plane. Now
It was
with
about 3 weeks.
about
right?
3 weeks.
3 weeks before the performance, which was however long it took for us to travel to Rustyard.
So a month.
It was 1 week before the performance, so 3 weeks. And the performance was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So the poster said. Performance in 1 week, which means that the time that you were at is 1 week before the performance, and the performance is 1 week removed from the present. So that is 3 weeks.
Okay.
So with Passeth currently a few weeks removed from the present, and another Passeth seemingly joining Leanna and Estelle back in Longstride's abode, we will begin the session with Passeth in Crystal, trying to get his bearings.
Quick question. What was the time frame of the performance to when I had the vision in Shruknatau with a flower?
I believe that was after the performance. I believe you had...
No. We fought the one of the archdruids there at the performance.
Yes.
So it was before the performance. We were in Shruknatau.
Oh yeah, you were in Shruknatau before. I thought you meant the Vision of Sin.
No, not the vision of sin. The vision where I was seeing my sister in a meeting with,
Oh, the Maestro?
what's his name? Yeah, the Maestro and what's his name? The
Oh, that vision.
Dranth.
Yes. That was... Hold on. Real quick here. Why did that stop playing?
Because I'm wondering if I could stop that meeting somehow. That would completely save one of the people we need to save.
In terms of that meeting, I would say that... Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot with this one. God, let me see. Did I mark that down?
I had a week to think about this.
You had a week and you couldn't message me that?
Sorry, I messaged you. That's other things.
Yes. Your vision was the same time that Estelle had her first dream about being in the stars. So that was at Bartholomew's. So
that was when I got the flower. That vision happened when I got the flower.
According to my notes, it didn't, because according to my notes, it said Leanna had a dream premonition about Layla. Estelle has a vision about the Thousand Eyes. Paseth has a memory about his sister Ashal in a meeting with Drenth and the Mad Maestro. So I have my notes to go off of. If you don't have a specific timeline, then
May I interject? Because I think I remember. What I remember was Paseth's dream was about meeting with Ashal at a tavern, and the memory was the dream, and it was before parting, and
Right, that was at Bartholomew's.
yeah, that's what was at Bartholomew's, and then the vision with Trance and the Maestro and Ashal was when receiving the flower and having asked who would Paseth hate the most. He wouldn't really hate Trance, but that's really the closest thing to it, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
That does make a lot more sense. Okie doke.
And the flower was tempting me more to hate him because he was manipulating my sister and showing the Mad Maestro, stirring those feelings even more.
So the trip from Shruknatau to Bronzewatch is a few weeks. So if this was 1 week before her performance, I would still say that means, okay, if the performance is 1 week prior and Shruknatau is at least a 3-week travel, that means that this would still be after that vision.
Maybe not enough time has passed for her to leave yet, so maybe I can still save her. Or I could just beat up Dranth.
You could.
And for that I need a little bit more firepower, so I am going to my old workshop and try to dig out one of my prototypes. Boxbot wasn't my first. I had more. He was Mark 5.
Okay. Where did you keep your prototypes?
In an old workshop near my dwarven family. Would it be a shop or just?
That's up to you. What would it be?
Probably a shop with commissions of different artworks. Probably do wooden structures. I would probably be the one more with the artwork commissions. Get some fine detail in very small places.
Okay.
Probably general wooden construction, because you don't want cave-ins. You need wooden support beams for that.
Understood.
And dwarves go extra.
So, you head over to your old workshop.
Probably check in with my family there. Pop by, say, "Hey, I'm back. I'll be in my workshop. Stuff's going down."
Okay, so you go back to your dwarven family's abode. Doo-doo-doo.
Not only do I have to say goodbye to my fairy mom, but my dwarven mom too.
As you head to as you head in this direction, the thoughts kind of organizing in your head of the situation that you're in and trying to really understand what's going on. You, without a problem, are able to get back to your homestead in the material plane. A home that is not ornate. It's not, decorated like an elfin home. It's a very dwarven home, mainly function over form. There's a few solid pillars on the outside and a very rigid and geometric shape to the actual house, very boxy.
It would be near a river with a beaver dam close by, hence our family named the Beaver Beards.
And as you
It's
approach,
just little flavor.
You knock on the door. Correct? Passeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, didn't. You guys didn't hear I knocked with my mouth.
About a minute passes and there doesn't seem to be a response.
We have some small nooks that I could get in. If I was a rebellious teenager fairy and snuck out of the house on occasion.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Great.
Seven.
You're having a little bit of difficulty because as some of those areas that you used as your old sneak out portholes, they have come across it and have sealed up the imperfections in their home. So it appears that the old ways of getting inside and outside are no longer available.
Oh no, Dad was motivated. Can I see in any of the windows if the lights are on or if there's any movement, any signs of life?
Yeah, looking in the windows, there does appear to be some candles lit, keeping the inside not dark or anything. It is around, I believe I said morning, midday-ish. So, I mean, it does appear that there is life inside. You're just not seeing anyone.
They're probably out. Yeah, then I just, I suppose just... would I have a workshop outside, or would there be probably everything's inside?
Your workshop is separated from theirs, so there is your workshop on the outside. It's like I mean this in the least demeaning way possible. It's kind of like a doghouse compared to the actual estate.
No, that totally makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but your shop is on the outside.
It's a nice doghouse, but yeah, didn't need
I'd
much. Yeah.
We can hear you. Oh, I thought you said mic check.
No, I said it's in a
Nice.
side shed.
Oh.
Yeah. Or dog shed.
Yeah, obviously a little bit bigger because you need to fit, your prototypes in there, so it's not that quite that small. But yes, you do have your workshop on the outside.
Find my hidden key, unlock it, and okay, now can't rely on BoxBot to travel weeks away. And you get this done fast, so looks like Mark IV needs an update, an upgrade, especially with this new tool. And I go over to a tarp, unfurl it, and it's probably a shorter box, like not as tall, but just as long. And instead of the big pod feet that current BoxBot has, this one has more spider-like. And instead of 4, it actually has 6, let's say.
Awesome.
More pointed to the ground. But it's always been a little unbalanced, so had to rework it.
Okay.
Rework the design.
So you want to enhance your creation with the multi-purpose tool, correct?
Yep.
Okie dokie. So this is a bigger thing. This is not an infusion. This is... Okay, so this would actually require a check. So, I would say... Because what is the rules behind your Steel Defender?
I do believe there were, let's see...
At the end of a long rest, you can create a new Steel Defender if you have Smith's tools with you. If you already have a Steel Defender from this feature, the first one immediately perishes. So if you infuse this next one to be exactly like your old BoxBot will perish.
be interesting.
You've created the
'Cause-
time paradox.
Right.
Yes, you would.
I can't exactly say that Paseth would fully understand what that would entail.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh, geez, so far not super great rolls. That's an 11.
You're correct. Paseth does not understand. This is a flat intelligence check. So did you do that with advantage?
No.
Because you have your tool with you.
Oh, a little bit better. 14.
There is reason to call into question how this might affect your other self, maybe, but the exact ramifications are beyond you.
Basically, worst comes to worst, sorry past me, I guess. There's would be technically two Paseths at the same time, so... might not be a bad thing, so hopefully I don't screw myself in the past.
You do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get Paseth to first roll me a... What? It's a Smith's Tools? Roll me a Smith's Tools check.
It's an 18 or... no, 18.
Yeah, we'll stick with 18. So you get hard at work when it comes to this. And it feels right. You're at home in the place where you created most of these and where you drew up most of your schematics. It's a nostalgic feeling, a good feeling. And you're making good work on it. The kind of sound of your work being ambience in the air, it feels natural and it feels right. Can I get Paseth, Leanna, and Estelle to all roll me D100s? You absolutely do not want anything below a 10.
Okay.
Boy.
52.
71.
81.
Okay. No one rolled below a 10. So, Paseth, as you continue working on this, the magic that you infused into your old creation now breathing to life this new one. The perfected, enhanced abilities that you gained in the future as opposed to the past when you first worked on this has now pushed past the problems and errors of the initial design. And now BoxBot Mark IV is operational. This has taken about 2.5, 3 hours of your time. 3 hours exactly because you have the keen mind feat.
That's pretty good considering how long it usually takes to build Boxbot if he dies. Ah, great. Okay, Mark IV, that's... Give me a couple test circle rounds. And he just kind of trot around.
And the 3 legs on each side are marching in unison, all making this light. Despite it being wood, there's a kind of fine tips at the end of Mark IV, making it a little bit more stealthy, lighter, if you will. Not as heavy-footed as Mark V, which was some of the initial problems with the model, as creating such a contraption with a very delicate frame created some issues. But this time it seems to be working fine as it kind of around you.
That's wonderful. You are amazing. So am I, if I must say so myself. So glad that worked. I need to find my sister. And I need your help to do it.
It kind of nods.
And in order to do that, we need to pay a certain little asshole a visit. First, I need to arm myself as well. Let's see what I can pull together. Didn't really need to make many different types of harpoons. I don't have that spare wood with me, so it's not going to be the best quality. I always got my folks' scrap. I'm just gonna grab a stick and rummage through some of the stones. Try to sharpen one up and place it on the end. Making a makeshift spear.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You know that your adopted father, Prentice, he respected your drive and your craft, so in making this shop, while he is more of a stone worker, he definitely didn't have you go without your own materials. He didn't just, give you scraps to work with. So you do have pretty good materials in your workshop still. That hasn't degraded or anything.
Okay.
But you're going to be spending more time making tools?
Just a weapon for myself.
Okay.
Basically a very short spear. That's still going to be pretty weird that a 6-inch tall ferryman is wielding.
Okie doke. Give me a wood carver's check.
Ooh, that's pretty good one.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah.
27.
27. Jesus. Like the most experienced prison inmate making a shank. You're just carving out this wood real quick, and you make a real fine point. And it takes a matter of 5 minutes.
Oh. I mean, I gotta wonder. I did put magic into that other spear. So I'm just gonna try to call back the harpoon, my returning weapon.
Oh my god. Okay. Is there a range limit to that?
I don't. It's basically a soul-bound infusion type thing.
I thought so. I'm just wanting to make sure.
Let me see. Returning weapon. Grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage roll made with it. Returns to the wielder's hand immediately after it is used to make a ranged attack.
So you have to attack with it first. I will say that since you have not attacked with it, you cannot return it.
Fair. Nah. I would have to change that out at the beginning of a long rest, so... like at the beginning of a day. So I'm going to... does that actually change, like how I would actually fight with it? Because I use my intelligence for my infusion weapon.
So can't you, as an artificer, infuse an item just on a... Yeah, that's one of your special abilities. You can infuse up to 3 non-magical objects. And you can just turn this into your infused weapon. And you still have 1 slot left, I see, on your character sheet that allows you to do that.
That is actually for the, believe... Oh, yeah, that actually is. Right, I was saving it for something else, but no, yeah, I need to do that for this one right now.
So you're going to infuse this item?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use it for a returning weapon.
And you cannot do multiple of the same infusions?
Whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch up to 3 non-magical objects, imbuing each of them with one of your artificer infusions, turning it into a magic weapon. You can attune yourself to the item the instant you infuse it.
You must touch each of the objects, and each of your infusions can be only in one object at a time.
Okay.
So you can do it, but I need everyone to roll another D100.
Oh boy.
As another paradox is created.
16.
That's above a 10.
77.
Above a 10. 68 from Estelle.
Oh, I just realized I was muted when I was saying that. But yeah, 68.
Okay. Everything seems fine on your end, Paseth, as you're able to infuse the item.
Oh. I don't know why that just rolled. Oh, good thing, because that was a 5 on a D100.
Oh boy.
Ooh, boy.
Okay.
I rolled it on roll 20 before that one rolled.
You are so fucking lucky, dude. Okay.
Oof.
So, you are infused. You have the infusion ready to go. You have your box spot ready to go. What are you doing?
To me to pick up anything else. Some armor would be nice, but don't have enough time to make an entire barrel set. Would I have scrap leather? I don't think I would use too much leather in my makings, in my creations.
You're pretty much a wood guy.
Yeah. And it'd be pretty weird just having a wooden plate mail or whatever. Just as a tiny little fairy. I think I should be fine. It's a returning weapon, so I can stay afar and have new box spot, or old. Technically, it's older than the original box bot that I have normally. Keep Mark 4 in front, me a little bit away. Hopefully he's not a mage. Whoever heard of a dwarven mage? That's silly.
A dwarven cleric. Whoever heard of such a thing? So, are you going to meet Dranth?
Yep.
Okay.
Meeting is a polite way of saying it.
And as you and Boxbot Mark IV are on your way for a confrontation, we go back to Estelle and Liana, who I will say, I will ask first, Estelle, is there anything you wanted to do with the second half of the long rest that most everyone else is taking?
She's going to take the stone out that she used to write down the name she thought of for her aberrant side and flip it over and see if it could have a recording on both sides of the stone. And to test that, she literally just says, "This is a test."
Okay. Flipping it over and focusing your thoughts onto the stone, it does indeed inscribe on both sides.
Okay. So, having confirmed that, she is going to erase the task message and going to spend spend some time trying to think of a good message to write and writing, and thinking, then thinking, no, that's not good, let's redo it, and just that continual process of writing and rewriting until finally coming to a decision on, yeah, this will be good enough. And I will type that out to you either when something else is happening or between sessions so I don't take up time thinking it too hard.
Understood. Is that primarily what you're doing during this 4 hours?
Primarily that, yeah, just when everything's quiet, she has her own thoughts, and to just sit down, take the time, and try to write out a heartfelt message.
Understood. And as the time ticks by, an hour after another, eventually 8 hours does come, and Leanna, you are fully rested.
Cool. And it's past dawn?
I mean, you're underground, so it's kind of hard to tell, but you feel rested.
No, it's for the Medallion of Thoughts, because I need to roll a D3 at dawn to regain charges.
Ah, that's a good point. Now I have to think about what time the fucking sun rises at this. Because you guys went to bed early. 8 hours. You know what? Just for simplicity's sake, let's say it is dawn.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to roll a D4. 4 is reroll.
Okie doke.
I get all my charges back.
Cool.
Nice.
Woot woot.
I wonder what's up
Alright.
with... There's something weird with my music. For some reason, it sounds like I'm getting feedback from it, like I'm hearing it twice. But no other music does that. Okay, let's just keep it like this. No, that still cuts out. What the hell is wrong with Roll20's music? Ah! Okay, let's just keep this quiet in the back. Okay, Leanna, you are awakened and your medallion is fully recharged.
Well. Morning, everyone.
Well, morning. A more pleasant one this time.
That's definitely the hope.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the sudden, wake up call. I didn't think anything like that would happen.
No big deal. These things happen sometimes. Apparently with us, a lot.
Yeah.
So, what was the plan again?
Well, since we're all back together from Feywild, technically, I was thinking we could head on to Dark Gulch because we know that a shawl is there, and from there, now that I mean, the main reason I set out on my journey in the first place was to figure out why the stars went out. So with that done, I probably should port that and let everyone at Sharkno Town know that Ruck is, technically kind of dead.
Ruck is dead. His body is walking around.
Yeah, technically, yeah. But yeah, let them know that that happened, and then from there, I don't really know.
Oh, shit. Can you guys hear me? We'll be back, everyone. Okay. That was neat. Sorry about that. Let's return to the session.
Yep. We were mostly talking about going to Dark Gulch, then Mage Hill, and then figure out where we were going to go based on information that we gather while doing that.
Okie doke.
Mm-hmm.
And Leanna, or at least I was about to ask, do we notice Boxbot at all?
Yeah, you look in the corner and you see a currently curled up Passif on top of Boxbot.
Okay.
Am I cold? Am I shivering?
Passif
Because all my
looks...
bedding's inside.
Yeah, Passif doesn't look the most comfortable at the moment.
Oh, right. Yeah, I messed with Boxbot the other day. That probably isn't the... Might be interrupting him. Okay. So she's going to see if she can still, like, she basically took control of Boxbot for a few moments, so she's going to see if she can, like, release that and if everything will be a-okay afterward.
You wish to relinquish control of Boxbot.
Yes, because when she it was just bouncing around earlier, so she, if I remember correctly, just basically tried to influence the Fey magic, and that seemed to keep Passif, well, this Passif, from doing anything with that. So she's thinking that, oh, wait, let's let him have Boxbot back.
Understood. Let me see. Give me a wisdom check for a second, Estelle.
Wisdom check. All right. Straight wisdom, yes?
Yes.
And would you mind if I used guidance or not for this?
Use guidance.
All right. So the straight roll is 22, and the 1d4 is a 2, so a total of 24.
You look over to Boxbot, and the will that you have enforced upon Boxbot before, you notice is still there. And as out of your normally kind and considerate heart, as you wish to return what is properly someone else's to them, you hesitate. There's a moment, and you can't quite describe it. It's... to put it in the best terms you possibly could, the moment when you feel yourself pulling your will away, it's like at the tip of your fingertips, they're static, like white noise. And while you can't explain it, and you can't suss it out logically, there's a feeling in your stomach and in your heart that maybe this is not a good idea.
Yeah, she kind of she started to make a hand gesture to, like, just to have the somatic moans, but kind of stopped halfway through and then just kind of places her hand on her chin in a thinking kind of pose, just like, huh, that's weird.
What's going on?
I don't know exactly. I was about to let Passive have control of Boxbot back, but something about it just didn't feel right. Like there was... the best I could describe it is like white noise in magic. Like it's kind of... I don't know. I can't describe it well, but I just don't feel like it would be a good idea to do that. I don't know why.
You do what you think is right.
I'll keep it for now, because I don't like how that felt. And yeah, keeping it probably would be the best for now.
Oh, God, I feel like I was hit over the head. Passeth says as he begins to stir.
Hey,
We'll have to go check on him. That doesn't seem right.
yeah.
You okay, buddy?
I mean, beyond me losing an arm and not being able to, use my bot, yeah, I'm great.
Estelle, can you check on him?
Yeah. Estelle's going to go over to Passeth and Boxbot and say, are you sure you're doing all right? 'Cause with what happened, I'm sorry.
There's not much to be sorry about now. What's done is done. I don't know what's happening myself.
I mean, try something. As Estelle's going to see if, instead of completely retracting her control of Boxbot, she's gonna see if she can still have dominant control, but allow this passive to have to be able to open Boxbot, issue commands to use it, and basically having herself as sort of an administrator to an extent, and having
You want to
Passive
co-pilot
be-
this thing.
essentially, yeah.
Okay. As you try to shift this, it feels like even a small shift, and you feel the tingle in your fingers once more.
Okay. Yeah, again, that feeling doesn't quite like it, so instead of shifting completely or co-piloting or even just the slightest smidge, she'll just she'll ask, okay, so I think I figured out why Boxbot isn't responding. Uh, when you were away in the Feywild, he was just wandering around, bumping into walls, and I tried to see if I could influence the fairy magic you use to animate Foxbot and try to manipulate that to having him be idle. And it worked, surprisingly. And uh, I think that may have done more than just issue the command. I think it may have transferred command over. Uh, as I'm trying to shift it back, but I get this weird feeling whenever I try anything that doesn't feel right. And I feel like until I can figure out what that feeling is, if it's alright with you, I can control Boxbot for the time being. And uh, in the meanwhile, you can still have and guess operate it manually if you can. It would just be this weird dynamic that we would
So
have
what you're
to.
telling me is that you took Boxbot from me.
Well, take is a strong word. I didn't mean to take. I just tried to make him stop moving and making sure that yeah, he didn't hurt himself or something. I was rambling, sorry.
It doesn't quite work like that. You can't have two people controlling a construct like this. It doesn't answer to two masters like that. It just, once you infuse your magic in it, it just does. Unless, I don't know, maybe you could combine two magics, but I don't think that's how it works exactly. I've never drawn up anything like that before.
Okay, so. So. I just want to ask and make sure this is okay with you. For the time being, at the very least, would it be okay until I figure out what exactly that weird feeling I get is and why I'm feeling it? Would it be alright if I use Boxbot for a while?
You know, and I'm going to roll this in front of everyone. Passeth, what is your spell save DC?
16.
Okay. So 16 is the number to beat. Okay. That's a 9 for those of you who are watching or listening currently. There's a moment as Passeth kind of looks down and you see his eyes kind of shift over to his missing arm and then down to Boxbot and then up to you, Estelle. And it's weird. In the moment you think that there's a sliver of anger or frustration, maybe sadness or jealousy, something. But the weirdest thing is that when you and Leanna look at Passeth's face and look at his eyes, there's nothing. Not that his eyes are gone or anything, but there's no anger, there's no jealousy, there's no hatred, there's no relief, there's not even annoyance. Purely apathy. And he just looks at you and says, I think I'm at a disadvantage at the moment, and I don't really think I'm well suited for dealing what's to come. Can you send me home?
I would like to insight him just to see if I can get any deeper into his thoughts.
Okay.
Would it be alright if I do that as well?
Sure.
18.
Alright. 12.
12. Estelle, his voice is even and measured. It's like a business transaction. There is not a shred of, he doesn't sound sad, he just sounds matter of fact. Leanna, there's a defeat behind those eyes. His voice is measured and he looks placid, relaxed, but not in a good way, just neutral. At least facially, but his eyes, something about his eyes just says defeat.
Anna just gets a sad expression on her face and turns to Estelle.
Are you sure? I can try anyway to give Foxbot back. I don't. I mean, we need you.
Estelle, my arm is missing. My machine is no longer my own. I don't have anything of mine. I am severely outmatched. If there is any dangers out there, I'm either a sitting duck for them or I'm going to be baggage for you to carry. And I'm going to be honest here. I don't want to die.
I don't want you to either, but that doesn't mean that. I mean, you made Boxbot, and Boxbot is a wonderful invention. If you can do this, then I mean, I don't see why you can't make yourself a magic arm or something. I could help. I could help, like, carve it out. I could help to give it magic so it could work properly.
You are not just your inventions.
In order to do any of my magic, I need. He looks up to you, Estelle. You know this. I need both my arms in order to do my magic, to make those things. If I needed another arm, I would need another arm in order to cast that magic. In order to make another box spot, I would need both of my arms. It doesn't work that way. I just can't flick fairy dust and make it work.
Then I'll make an arm or something. It won't be perfect, but I'll do something. This was my mistake. I will fix this.
And how will that help me defend myself? I have a piece of wood strapped to my side. It won't help me cast. My magic is dependent upon my body, upon my mind. If I don't have that connection, I can't do the somatic components, even if you craft one for me. That's not how it works. You know that.
So then, this is actually it, huh?
If you think it's safest for you. Sorry that we have to part like this.
I just can't put myself in harm's way knowing that I can't do anything and hoping beyond reason that maybe I'll stumble into something that will be useful. Maybe if I'm back home, maybe I can, I don't know, look up something, try and find some way, but I can't do that right now. I don't have the ability to.
Okay. Okay. I understand. But if or when you figure out something, some solution to this, like I know you will, as soon as you figure something out, come back to us, alright?
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
I'll do what I can.
It's all we can ask.
Well, if you can't find anything in the Feywild, then try to make your way back here and go to Shrubtown. Or actually, wait. There's a portal to the Feywild in Town that was never. I think it's still up, unless someone somehow did something to close it. But
My brother's one of those druids too. I'm sure he'll be able to bring me there.
okay. So, okay. Yeah, I was gonna suggest maybe try to go there first, so we wouldn't have to warp both times and time being
Estelle,
crazy there. But yeah,
can you bring me home, please?
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm delaying. Yeah. And she's going to try to send Passeth back to the Feywild in the Summer Court. The only place she knows definitively is Sirius's tree, so she knows Passeth's home is somewhere near there from what he said earlier, so she'll just try to send him there as a landmark to travel from.
Are you doing the Misty Step, or are you just trying to will him there?
I will use the Misty Step so that he'll travel that way.
Okay. So, in a moment, as you grab onto Passeth, you blink out and disappear in a shroud of mist, heading through the nebulous void between planes. In the next moment, you appear in front of the tree that you know so well, at least compared to other trees in this place.
Did investigate the shit out of this tree.
Yeah, I did with that really high investigation roll. So, before warping back, she's going to ask Passeth one final time. Well, not ask, to say to Passeth before heading back. Can you promise me that you'll come back as soon as you figure something out? Please.
Passeth looks down for a moment and then looks up to you. That neutral expression on his face. And he says, and as he says that, the trees in the surrounding area begin to shift. And as you look over to see what's happening, you're gone again, Estelle. Leanna?
Mm-hmm.
It has been less than a second as Estelle has disappeared and is immediately back.
That was fast. Everything okay?
I don't know. asked him to. I asked him to promise me that he would be back, and he started to say it, but I worked back here beforehand, and the trees were shifting, and I have no idea what that was, and that has me worried, but I just gotta be hopeful. Just gotta stay happy, gotta keep
It'll be
smiling.
okay. Everything will be okay.
I hope it will be.
Kinda has to be, doesn't it?
She gives a very sad smile as she says, "Oh, no, honestly, it doesn't have to be, but can still hope for it to be."
I very much want it to be. That's why it has to be.
Alright.
Say goodbye to Longstride, and... Is Boxbot still there?
Oh, yeah, he's still there.
Alright, let's say goodbye to Longstride, collect Boxbot for when Passeth is back, and begin our trek.
Yeah. It's gonna be kind of lonely without him. Quieter, certainly, at night.
Gonna
Without it.
be sad.
Well, time is weird there, so let's hope that it'll be a shorter time for us than it will be for him when he figures something out.
That would be ideal.
Alright, let's say our goodbyes, then on out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say your goodbyes, let Longstride know you're leaving. He gives you a curt thank you and lets you know that you are welcome back anytime.
I'll see you again.
And Estelle will face Liana and say, you get a head start on that staircase. I'm gonna be real quick. Be right back.
Okay.
And
Leanna will head towards the staircase, but will not be going quickly. She will be taking her time.
Okie doke.
and Estelle's going to go to her other self. Hey,
Hi.
um, so we're going to uh, Leona and I are gonna be heading out now, but I wanted to give you something real quick. And she'll take out the rock message that she wrote and say she's covering it with both hands to not reveal what's on it yet. So, it took me a while to get my thoughts in order, but the Longstride said that if I wanted my thoughts to be written down on this, I just had to think it and it would be written. I am not good with speaking, so I figured this would be the best way to say it. And I just wanted to give this to you as sort of a parting gift, as best I can do right now.
She humbly accepts the gift, but before looking down to read it, she looks up to you and says, "Do you want me to read it now or later after you leave?"
Later, I don't think I could bear the embarrassment of having that be read in front of me. But there are. It's double-sided. There's something on the back too, but please don't read the back until you've read everything on the front, okay? I want the back part to be a special surprise.
Okay. And she will hold the tablet in one hand and wrap her arm around you with the other. And she says, "Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. Now, please, watch over our nieces, okay?"
She returns the hug immediately and says, "Of course. You know just as well as me how much I care about family. And I am definitely 100% going to find you as soon as I have some good news to share. Or let me know how you're doing when we do meet back up, yeah?"
Of course. We can talk over, what was it that he was saying? Tea. Next time.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
Don't you have the sending spell now?
I do not.
Don't druids usually get it?
I believe clerics do, is what you're thinking.
No, because
Oh.
Keyleth had it. But,
I forgot.
we'll talk about that later.
Anyway, semantics, yeah.
As the hug is released, she looks at you with a smile and says, "I'll be waiting for the day when we can talk again. And when you think about it, I don't think we're all that far, even if we're a distance apart."
Yeah, I'd like to think that. We always look up at the same night sky, so when you see a star that's especially bright, just think of that one as mine, and I'll do the same for you. Alright, Leona's probably a fair bit ahead of me, so I shouldn't keep her waiting any longer. I really do hope that at this point she's slowly backing up. I hope you figure out everything that you want to about yourself. I hope that your life goes outstanding and that someday, very, very soon, you make your first friend. Well, I mean, your second friend. You already got me.
And
Alright. See ya. and she'll just kind of turn.
And as you turn and you begin to exit, catching up with Leanna, you hear a voice calling out from behind you. I couldn't ask for a better sister.
My heart.
She'll. Tears are happening at this point as she falls back. Me neither, and just keeps keeps on going on.
And as you catch up with Leanna, and you two make your exit of Longstride's place, we're going to take a break.
Sounds good. My food's
Alright.
actually here.
Okie doke.
I'm
Well,
gonna go get some food as well, and I'll see you all after the break.
Indeed.
see you all soon. Okay, and we're back. So, with Leanna and Estelle leaving Longstride's abode and getting themselves all set up on the cart that you guys bought and Game Box bought attached to it, you guys take off. And we will get back to you in just a minute. Paseth, you are currently heading downtown to one abode you are greatly familiar with, that being that of Drenth Copperfoot. Your intentions are focused and your mission is clear. Can you... But you're approaching very casual.
As one can be.
Okie doke. So, as you approach the abode, which, unlike the Beaverbeard home, this one is gaudy as one can get. It has some of the crystals from the nearby mines engraved into the building itself, making it shiny. It's tall. It's a very gaudy house for one single dwarf.
Just the worst.
How are you going to get in?
I'm not usually one for subtlety, so knock, 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 run on the front door. Or would he have a gate? I think he'd have a gate.
Yeah, he has a gate.
Are there guards in front of the gate?
There are 2 guards, but you are very well acquainted with these 2 individuals. They are not very bright and not very attentive. Two human males, one of a fairer skin complexion, short brown hair. His armor is that more of a chainmail breastplate, but he doesn't have the fitting over the arms or legs, and he has one kind of bucket helmet over his head with the eye holes cut through. The other one is a sun-kissed skin man, has kind of a patchy beard, a another kind of basic helmet over his head, except this one doesn't cover his face, and he has similar armor to the other male. Both have spears, and they're both kind of shooting the shit. You've seen them slack numerous times.
As to walk past them, excuse me, gents. Need Mr. Drenth has an appointment with me. He missed, so I need to come get him.
Roll persuasion.
Or
Hey, weren't you here last time when Mr. Copperfoot had those, was it thumbtacks or was it thorn vines? I think it was the thorn vines last time. He had it put in his stool when he sat down and he was screaming for days. Yeah, I remember that. Weren't you the reason that happened?
doesn't sound familiar. Let me think. You know what? That might have been me. Sounds a little bit like me, yeah. Don't worry, it's nothing like that. Still do need to go talk to him.
I don't know. I don't think Mr. Dranth or Mr. Copperfoot wants to talk to anyone about that would go around putting thorns up his butt. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to talk to him and make sure that you're on the up and up.
I mean, he's not really expecting me, but I can assure you, I could easily just go past you guys right now, and you wouldn't be able to stop me. I'm kind of ticked off right now, so don't. It's for your own personal safety that you just step aside right now.
Roll an intimidation check.
5.
Hey, Paseth,
Yeah.
roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, there goes the there goes the calm music.
Yeah, no, we're not really calm right now.
Do do do. Let me roll on my end. Do do do. Okay, got that. Okay. So that means that the initiative order will look like this.
15 for those who's listening.
Okie dokie. So, the surrounding area is a gated fence, and about 60 or so feet behind that fence is the front of the abode of one Dranth Copperfoot. A solid trail leads to this, and it is behind the fence a pretty flat land, mostly adorned with various garish shrubbery shaped into a variety of different animals. There's a stallion on one, an owl bear on another. There appears to be a little fountain off towards the entrance, off to the left-hand side of the manor. Where you're standing past, Seth, on the opposite side of the gate, the two guards standing at their posts about 10 feet apart. The road is gravel where you're standing, and it's pretty flat as the private property of Dranth seems to extend pretty far. So, the first one to move is soldier number 1. Now, keep in mind, you are not in your box spot, so your AC is not the same.
Right. I don't even have my shield. So, is it 10 plus your dex?
Do you have your...
Or was it 8 plus your dex?
It's 10 plus your dex.
Then it's just 12 right now.
Okie doke. Let me adjust another thing. I'm so good at combat. Yeah. So, the first soldier is going to step up and he's going to point his spear at you and he's going to thrust in your direction. What does he have? That is... oh, it's a plus that. Okay. That is going to be that's going to be an 11 to hit.
Hey, that misses.
As he takes his spear and thrusts it forward directly at you, but you're able to nimbly dodge out of the way, not taking any of the hit. It is now your turn.
The boyo that I just attacked me is going to get a couple, gonna swing my, makeshift spear at him.
Okie dokie.
I suppose it's not really makeshift, it's an actual spear now.
Yeah, it's infused.
I made it properly. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. He takes that hit. Looks like it hurt, but he's still standing.
Another hit. Ooh, only 13.
13. That time it comes down and he's able to put up his armor in the way so it doesn't make contact with him.
Is the floor all gravelly?
Yes.
Or, okay, then I just, kind of not getting out of his range, but just hop off of box spot onto the gravel, kick up a stone from the gravel, and hit it with my spear, making a magic stone attack to the other guy.
Okay, roll to hit.
also a 13. Dang.
He sees what you're doing and he kind of curls up a little bit and it bounces off his armor.
That's unfortunate. Voxbot? Mark 4? Bringing up its pluses. Okay. Ooh, 18 plus 5
Yeah, that definitely hits.
for the guy who also attacked me.
Okay.
That is P8. And 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage after the... Yeah, after your magic stone missing, the guy in the back's like, hey, Boxbot, at your command, gets up Mark IV, and with a quick swipe of the tiny, almost insectoid-like feet, it swipes at the thigh of the other soldier, causing him to... And there's a gout of blood that comes out with it. He hesitates to put weight on that leg, but he's still able to do it. He's looking pretty beat up.
I'm hurt now. Told you didn't want to, told you it would be in your best interest for your personal safety to back away.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. The other soldier is going to run up and... Okay, let's just see if he's smart enough. I'm just going to... Oh, need to get rid of this. Let's see. Nope, he's an idiot. Okay, cool. He's going to go up and he's going to take his spear, and seeing this weird contraption in front of him, he's going to make an attack on Boxbot. Because for some reason, everyone thinks to attack Boxbot, not you.
Spot actually has higher AC than me now.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That still hits.
That is, of course, that is 4 points of damage to Boxbot.
Alrighty.
As he jams the spear up against Boxbot, it gets a little bit of purchase in there, but it doesn't seem to be getting too good. Soldier number one. Soldier number one trying to attack you the first time. Seeing that his buddy is taking care of Boxbot, is going to go for you again. I'm so efficient. Oh my god. Fuck off. That's a 7 to hit.
Too bad.
As he tries to go for you again, and you're like, ho, 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 just ducking and weaving. Your gamer body getting a real workout. Yeah, they don't have bonus actions, so Passeth, it is your turn again.
I'm swinging my spear again at the first guy. Not to kill him.
Okay.
Non-lethal. 27.
Oh no, that hits.
And that's 8 damage.
As you flatten the side of your spear and you smack him across the face as he's trying to stab for you. Yeah, this dude, like a World Star video, is just knocked the fuck out and just falls on his face.
And then with my tiny little body, I chuck. No, he moved. He got closer. So I was gonna say if he was at a distance, but nah. I'm just swing again at the other guy.
Okay.
That's a 21 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 11 damage. Much better.
Yeah, that guy takes a good hit. Just straight up Frieza getting bitch slapped by Goku moment as the spear just comes along his face and just as he turns his head, getting whipped in the face.
And another kick up with another rock and hit with the butt of the spear for a magic stone.
Okie doke.
That's a 19. That's a 19 that hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Max damage 11.
As
Just right in the knee.
this dude gets hit right in the knee, and while his knee is not shattered or anything, you can swear for the briefest of seconds it does look like it flamingos a bit.
Ooh, yeah.
And he just kind of crumbles and falls down. He's breathing heavily on the ground, holding his leg, but he has no will to continue to fight.
Ah.
Very fucked up.
See, I told you, boys. May not look intimidating, but I sure as hell am on a warpath right now. I just walk past them.
Okay, there's a gate in your way.
I do have thieves' tools.
Do you have them on you?
My multi-tool can become a thieves' tool.
That is true.
Not as great as my multi-tool, so I might not get as high of a number.
Okay, if you want to try and
But
lock
that's still a 24. That's
God.
a 24.
It was legitimately a DC of 20. It was actually a DC of 20. God damn it. Okay, yeah. You kind of, with this stern look on your face, you're able to focus and put the multi-tool to work, and in just 10 seconds you're able to and the lock comes undone and the gate begins to slide open.
I give it a boot with my foot, with my tiny fairy foot, and it doesn't move very much. And Boxbot just starts pushing it all the way open, but just like showing that, oh man.
Yeah, Boxbot does help you out with that one. But yeah, you're free to roam the premises.
Just going out straight up to the front door.
Okay.
Is that one locked?
You go up to the door, and are you just trying to go in, or are you knocking?
Just trying to go in now.
Okay, yeah, as you try and go in, the door seems to not move.
I'm tempted to just break down the door, but I'll just lockpick it again.
Okay, go for it.
Only a 15 this time.
This time, as you try and lockpick it, a little bit of the adrenaline is starting to get to you, and you're not finding quite the same purchase that you did before.
Now it's time to break it down, I think. And Boxspot will try to force its way in with its much greater strength than mine.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay. That's a natural one.
Okay. As Boxbot backs up and tries to slam its body into the front door, you're standing on a porch right now, and it's a wide porch, and the wood on it is pretty well waxed. So as Boxbot backs up and tries to slam in, it slips about a foot away and kind of just slides into the door, making a knocking sound against it. Now, what is all the fuss about out here? You hear a voice from behind the door call out.
Do I recognize the voice, or is it a butlery voice?
It is not Dranth.
Okay, so it's just... Okay.
Yeah.
Dranth Copperfoot is late for a meeting.
Mr. Copperfoot doesn't have any clients besides one today, and I doubt that you are him.
No, it's a meeting that's been long coming.
Well, you can see yourself off the premises. You are not allowed in. Good day.
Can't accept that answer.
No reply.
I kind of want to make my multi-tool into like some sort of blowtorch. Probably not exactly that, but just something to cut the lock.
Okay. The lock is like, it's a doorknob. So it's a locking mechanism inside of the actual knob.
I make it a saw. I can just slide it in and start cutting it.
I would say, sure. Is that just something you can do unlimited amount of times, or is that a magical tinkering thing?
The magic tools description says that I can make it any tool that I require. A simple screwdriver can transform into a variety of tools. As an action, you can touch the item and transform it into any type of artisan's tool of your choice.
Is this the right tool for the job?
No, it's the actual item's description, all-purpose tool.
Oh, okay, you're using the all-purpose tool. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sure. Electric saws don't exist, so you got a handsaw.
Right.
And you want to try...
Very thin file just to get it in there and... Let me in!
Roll an attack roll using your multi-purpose tool.
Oh, what would that be?
That would be... I would say that would be a... Since you're using a magical effect of the item, I would say this would be just a spell attack.
And it's a +8, so I'll just roll manual dice. 6 + 8.
Okay. Yeah, the doorknob doesn't have that high of an AC. Roll damage.
What damage would it be? Like a D4 or?
Yeah, D4 plus your modifier.
D4 plus 4. 1 plus 4, 5.
5. You start sawing away at it, and you're getting through, but there's still a chunk of a way to go. And
I have multi-attack.
since you're technically not in combat right now, you do hear from the other side, are you sawing the door? Oh, of all the nerve! And you hear the voice stomping off.
Gives me a little bit more time to just keep on sawing.
Okay, roll another attack roll.
5 plus 8.
Okie doke. Yeah, it has an AC of 10, so.
Ooh, a little bit more damage.
Okay.
6 damage.
You're getting in there, and you're almost at the end. And as you're almost there, you hear a set of footsteps on the other side, but there's no voice that goes with it.
Grant Copperfoot, you get your ass out here! As I just continue to saw.
Roll to hit.
Oh, there we go. 11 plus 8, 19.
That hits.
Ooh, a little bit more damage, 7 damage.
Okie doke. As you finish the last bit of the doorknob, you cut it off, and the mechanism seems to come loose, and the door seems to be ajar. Kind of got to wiggle it to get the actual lock undone, but it can be done.
Bogspot just ram again. Just to open it all the way.
Okay. Boxbot rams into it. No need to roll on this one, since the door is functionally quote-unquote dead.
Yeah, I killed the door, guys. I did it.
And as the doors hit, the door swings open, revealing, shocking for a building this gaudy, but revealing a inside that's fairly dark and not illuminated.
It's just the inside that's dark. It's
Yeah,
not a sudden bubble of darkness.
nope. Because you're still standing outside, you're looking in, and all you see is kind of a dark entryway. You see there's a little bit of light towards the back. You see about 70 or so feet away from you, there's a dim ray of light that seems to be shining through a curtain that is blocking a window on a landing past a flight of stairs that seems to be towards the other end of the building. But that's all the light you can really see.
I hover in place. I don't go in. I will have Boxbot go in. But I will also call out, Drank Copperfoot! Get over here! Where are you?
Boxbot goes about 20 feet in and then stops.
Like, could it obviously go further, or...
It looks kind of like there's a pillar there, but the pillar seems to be more towards the middle of the room where you sent him.
I kind of want to have it attack the pillar, but I'm not that much of a dick.
Can Boxbot attack things you can't see?
It has... Doesn't it have blind sight? Up to a certain amount?
I don't know how his attack works with you commanding it. Can you command it to attack something you cannot see?
In combat, the Steel Defender shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but can only take actions. But the only action it can take on its turn is the dodge action. Unless you take a bonus action, which we kind of
Have ignored.
skip over.
Yeah.
Yeah. On your turn, do it. Command it and take one of the actions in its stat block, or the dash, disengage, help, hide, or search action. One target you can see. I mean, it has dark vision, even though it doesn't really have eyes, but no, it does not have blind sight, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm guessing that you're using the 1d8 to hit, and that
Yeah, the
one
force-powered rend.
Yeah, and that says one target you can see. Is that now? Does that mean what the defender can see, or what the fucking person who works the defender can see?
In its reactions, the defender imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see, so maybe by that wording, that means that
It's
you can see is me.
Yes. So I'm going to say that at the moment, you can see. You can see that there's kind of a. Well, you can see that there's an obstruction. So I feel like that point is kind of moot.
Yeah. I just kind of feel silly if I use a torch inside someone's home. Kind of feels more like it's a dungeon item, not home invasion item. I suppose I can just use it like a crystal, just break something off of his home. Like I take the doorknob, and even though that's technically still attached, or just a pocket crystal of mine, just have the minor magic thing that I can do, the magic tinkering, just to have light, 5-foot radius lights.
Okay. Well, as you create this light with a little crystal, the light slowly begins to envelop the room, and in front of Boxbot, and almost as if on cue, a figure stands before you. One clad in a white mask with proper attire, a violin in hand, as he says, I feel a bit awkward, as if this is mistimed. Passeth, I need you to roll initiative again.
Oh! 14.
14. Okay. And as you do that, we go back to Leanna and Estelle.
I feel that's appropriate. I feel that's
Oh,
appropriate.
that's a good starting point. Oh, I hate it, but I love it.
So, you guys have, I'm guessing, gone with the setup to attach Boxbot to the cart, and you use it as a steed, essentially.
Yes, as an untiring horse.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. So this will make your travel much faster. But I would still like to essentially ask who is going to be directing this travel.
I would say Estelle because she's the one who can direct Boxbot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Estelle, can I get a survival check from you?
Of course. Where is the button? There is the button. May I guidance this, or because it's a travel survival roll, I may not?
Not this time.
Alright, just wanted to ask and be sure. That's a 21.
21. Okie doke. And roll me D100.
D100. And I am very much favored. A 95. Oh, God. Okay.
Okay.
That was nearly a natural 100. Oh.
Oh, that would have been something else. 95. Jiminy Christmas. I would say that one of the greatest gifts of this travel so far is the fact that you can finally breathe fresh air. That's so nice. The first day goes by fairly uneventfully. Again, it's mainly just digesting what's happening. The second day, however, as you have taken a slight detour off the path because you've noticed that there's a few damages in the road, almost like there were repairs being done but were stopped for some reason. You've taken off to the actual leaf-ridden part of the land, and Boxbot has no problem going right through it. It's at that moment that Leanna, you notice something again pass by you quickly.
I snap around to take a closer look.
Roll me a perception check.
15.
15. There's no sight of it, but you hear something to the northwest. It sounds low, like a single pum sound.
Leanna's gonna tap Estelle on the shoulder. I hear something coming that way and point towards where she hears the sound coming from.
She's gonna look and see if there's anything.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
perception. And may I guidance this?
Sure.
Oh, that's a natural 1. Doesn't matter either way, but I'll do it anyway. 3, so natural 1 brings it up to 11 total.
You look off to the side and your eyes kind of drift a little bit more to the left as there's a particularly bit of a shine to a nearby rock. It almost looks like there's a gemstone on it as you look off more in the western direction instead of the northwestern direction.
Was it that, maybe? Pointing towards the rock? Looks like
No,
something.
a little more north, or a little more that way. Points more towards the northwest, more towards north than the west that Estelle was at.
Don't see anything.
I saw something move past me again, and then I heard something.
Okay, that's a development. Do you want to check it out, or
Yeah,
do you want
I
to just?
I would like to get more information on this. I'd like to check this out.
All right. And Estelle's going to ask for Boxbot to stop here for the moment and go. I was about to say to the side of the road. We're not on the road. We're at the side, but just kind of in that case, just stop where we are and say, "Well, let's check it out then."
Okay. The terrain that you guys are on right now, again, is the leaf-filled terrain. So it goes up to about the midpoint of your shins. A little bit lower on you, Estelle, as you are a little bit taller now. But as you guys kind of trudge through it, you notice that there's a little bit of a hillside to your right that is mainly a kind of earthy side to it. So it looks more like a bluff than it does an actual hill, although it's much smaller than a normal bluff, only about 5 or so feet tall. To your left is a small forest. The wood isn't particularly dense. You can see pretty much well through it. And in front of you is a continuing path of the leaves below. As you continue to walk, Leanna, you hear boom once more, and it sounds like it's coming from the forest.
I hear it from the forest. Like to perception with guidance to get a better bead.
Okay.
17 plus 1, so 18.
18. You focus off in that direction, and it's starting to make a little bit more sense. You're starting to pinpoint where it is. It's definitely coming from the forest, but something that's making this low of sound should probably leave some sort of trail. It's weird that it's not. And you're having a hard time pinpointing exactly where it is, but you know the general direction.
It's this way. Come on.
All right. Should I go bring Boxbot or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get him.
I'll wait for you.
And Estelle's going to unhook Boxbot and say, "All right, bud, I hope you're all right with me being the one giving you directions, not passive, because Seems like we might get into some antics later today.
He kind of nods.
Alright, let's go have some fun. And Estelle's gonna go back and catch up to Leon.
And you do so easily, as Leona did not make any forward movement. So, are you guys gonna ride Boxbot over, or?
No, Leona wants to walk.
Okay.
Estelle will do the same.
So as you guys walk with Boxbot into this forest, it's, as every other forest is in Tiān 2, it's a lovely autumn forest as the leaves seem to drift down to the ground oh so gently. And for both of you, there's, to the back of your mind, definitely not to the front given the focus you have, there's always the reminiscing of the various fairy tales and fables from your childhoods that have been passed down from generation to generation that these forests and areas provoke in your memories. The tales being of a variety of different stories and, well, again, not terribly pertinent to the moment, there is a sense of nostalgia, almost. Continuing on, the forest itself, again, is not dense, and you move through it, and I would like a perception check from both of you, this time no guidance allowed.
Understood?
That's a natural 20, 29.
17.
It makes so much sense that you got a natural 20 on this.
Oh no! Oh no!
I am not going to negate the natural 20.
Yep.
Can you just give me an intelligence saving throw, though, Leona?
Yeah. 19.
19. Holy shit. Okay.
That's one of the ones I'm actually proficient in.
Oh.
So, as you guys are walking, Estelle, there's something that catches your longer than normal ear, but it's hard to make out exactly what. Leona, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, you don't smell anything, you don't taste anything. It's not appealing to one of your senses. It's appealing to something deeper, and you feel like it's an almost autonomic reaction to turn into a direction, and almost like it wasn't ever there before. You notice that the forest that you've been standing in is flattened, like grass being stepped on. And you notice that the forest you've been traveling in this entire time is nothing but a landscape of broken wood. And then you notice a familiar sight, as there appears to be one tree that isn't broken directly in front of you. But it's not a tree. It's a leg, a foot. And your head instinctually goes upwards. And Estelle, you see Leona's head tilting full 90 degrees backwards as she's just looking up into the sky. And Leona, you see once more the creature known as Bathol, who is not looking at you at the moment, but seems to be staring off into the distance, and you see that he looks like he's about to move forward once more.
Are you seeing this, Estelle?
Am I properly seeing this? Like,
You
entirely?
Nope, you are in a forest and Leanna is just looking upwards.
Put on your glasses and look.
Uh, Puts on glasses and tries to follow her line of sight.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check, but you do not get advantage on this one.
All right. May I guidance this or no?
No.
All right. Just always want to ask.
No problem.
Normal roll. 18.
18. There's a moment as your glasses have allowed you to see through magical aversions and now even allowing you to see through solid objects. It's weird though. It feels like there's something around in the general area, but it's almost like the glasses can't make heads or tails of it.
Are you seeing anything?
Whatever it is you're seeing, not even the glasses can understand it.
I'm seeing... I've mentioned Bathol before. I'm seeing Bathol, a giant, here.
The foot is starting to lift up.
What? Wait, here? I thought he
Here.
was underwater.
I am telling you what I am seeing. There is a giant... Which direction is the foot facing? Which direction does Bathol appear to be moving?
Bathol, so if you are looking north right now, he is moving directly east.
Okay, so not in danger of getting stepped on. That's what I was checking for.
Yeah, it is now 5 feet in the air, the foot.
Listen for a thump in a few seconds, or a moment or so. Search for a disruption in nature.
Looking around, listening attentively.
Waiting for the stop, so for the next step, so Leanna can see if Estelle notices it.
Leanna, you see the foot go high in the air, and then as it moves forward, it moves completely out of sight. Miles away, hundreds of miles away.
Not what I was expecting. He's gone.
One foot is.
One foot's gone. The other foot's still here. Shit. Leanna is going to... Leanna's turn to do a stupid. She is going to run towards the leg that is still here, take a rock, not infuse it with magic stone, and just toss the rock at the leg.
Okay. Roll. Okay, so you're going... The other leg is pretty far away. It's about 200 feet away.
And I cannot reach.
So you can... I mean, you're not in initiative right now, so you can run and get there. It takes a second. Estelle, are you keeping up with her?
Yeah, she's doing, to me, weird, crazy, seeing visible things, but still believe her with everything that's been happening. This is probably the least unbelievable thing that's happened in the 24 hours.
Even
So,
48
yeah,
hours?
Yeah, 48.
Since
However
you've
long it's
met?
been. Time is weird, but yes, I'm catching up. Yes, I'm keeping up.
Okay. Roll me an improvised attack roll, Leanna.
What would I roll for that?
That is using your strength modifier to attack.
All right, that is a flat d20.
At least it's not negative.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. As you go up and you throw the rock, Estelle, it's weird because you see her throw the rock and it just stops in midair and kind of bounces a little bit back.
And what do I see the rock do?
It kind of just like hits a little bit of a pant leg.
Right.
And now the other foot is starting slowly to lift.
So.
Bathol!
Roll a straight charisma check.
Since this is against the creature, would it be with advantage?
Yes.
Oh, this is fantastic.
14.
Okay.
No, wait, that was a save, not a check. Same modifier either way.
Okie doke. As you call out, there's a slight bit of hesitation in the foot lifting. And looking up again, you can see that the head swivels in one direction and then another, looking a little confused.
Over here! She's going to shout again and wave. Probably stands out in the area that she sees, that Bathol also probably sees because she's wearing white.
Well, because the thing is that he walked with his right foot. You ran to his left foot, and you threw a rock at it, and now you're looking up. So you're kind of looking up like his front, kind of. So you're directly below him.
Okay.
So that's why he's looking side to side, kind of confused.
Down here!
Head shifts downwards, cocks it to the side. Oh! And this massive palm just reaches down for you.
Estelle, come on.
Wait, come on, where? What's happening?
Follow
And-
me.
Both of you are just immediately scooped up into the air. Estelle, you are being picked up by something invisible.
Okay. I don't know whether to be scared or not.
I don't either.
That's not reassuring right now.
Estelle, you are going 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 feet in the air with increasing speed.
So when you say he's a giant, how giant are we talking?
All of it?
Oh, that's fun. That's perfectly fine, yes.
And you stop at a height, even if you were to take your wild shape form and take the form of a bird, would be hard to manage. The air is almost thin up here. And you're just, for you, Estelle, you're just floating in the air. For you, Leanna, you're staring at the face of the giant from before.
Hi. Surprised to actually run into you.
Hello. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you got back safely.
Yes. Thank you. My aunt is here with us, so why can't she see you?
his head shifts ever so slightly and is looking at Estelle. Because it is not her part to find me yet.
Okay. I don't fully understand what that means, but the yet implies that she is supposed to find you at some point.
Maybe one day. And as as this conversation is happening, Estelle, you hear Leanna say all this, but the only thing you really hear in response is just a stiff wind. Just
So I'll need you to fill me in after this is done.
Of course. Is there anything we can help you with, or is there anything we need to know or do right now?
I still search for the resplendent promise. For my promise. I cannot find him.
Do you know where the resplendent promise last was?
You see the figure turn his head to, let's see, so you go in that direction, he was walking east, so then he would be looking, you see him look in a southwestern, I think that would be southwest-western direction, and he seems to be just staring off into the distance in that direction.
So somewhere in that direction, in that vicinity.
Where you found me is last where I saw him break his promise.
Promises are meant to be kept.
He looks at you in that moment, his head kind of quickly turning to you, and there's an earnest look in his eye, as it's like someone that was searching for validation finally received a small measure of it as he looks at you. You have a heart much bigger than a being of your size should allow.
Thank you. That's how I was raised.
If you would, I would like you to help me, but I would like to help you too.
What do you help to find the promise? And we're honestly already kind of looking for him. So yeah, I would be more than happy to accept any help and help you in turn.
His other hand comes up close, and as it does, Estelle, you feel this gust of wind coming in the other direction. It's not painful like a hurricane wind, but it is breezy. And as it comes by you, Leanna, you see his pointer finger slowly and oh so gently approach you. And in a very lion turtle way from Avatar, touches with just the tiniest tip of his finger to your head.
Okay.
Leanna,
Yes?
At this time, he is offering you to take 1 level in Giant Soul Sorcerer.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Giant.
I'm just going to take a look at that real quick.
Go
Because I
ahead.
don't remember what that does.
No problem. I probably should have brought that up, so, it's there for a good reference, but
And what giant type is Bathol?
Bathol is a, let me see. He's not fire, he's not,
Crazy big boy.
he's not. You know what? That's a very good fucking question.
From his size, I'm leaning towards Storm Giant, or Cloud Giant, but I don't know.
Well, my giants work a little differently.
Yeah.
But you know that he can't be a storm giant because a storm giant found Molman. And he can't be a fire giant because that's the Resplendent Promise.
Yes.
So I would say that given his history, I would say that he would be a cloud giant.
Okay. Leanna did say... yeah, Leanna would take this. She would take this.
Okay. At this moment, you can immediately add the level. Or don't add the level because I need to get the subclass from the D&D Beyond for you.
Okay.
But there's a moment of magic being infused into you, Leanna. And Estelle, you see that there's almost a change in the very demeanor of Leanna. There's a sense of grandness, almost like her person takes up more space, even though she's not physically different. There's something magical about her now. I hope that I can allow a modicum of advancement on your journey.
Thank you. And how can we contact you if and when we find information about the Resplendent Promise?
He smiles through his tattered beard, and you begin to descend a little bit, and he says, "Now, I'm never too far away. Just look to the sky and listen to the wind. I am there."
I will. Thank you.
And you two begin descending faster and faster to the ground. Estelle, you are floating, and now you are going down to the ground at an uncomfortably fast pace.
Okay. What's
Leanna
going
looks
on now?
serene. He's bringing us back down. Leanna looks serene. She is not worried.
Okie doke. As you descend down and you are now brought down to the ground, Boxbot waiting for you. You are gently let down to the ground, and you see Bathol stand back up and begin his walk once more.
Leanna doesn't say anything and lets him take his long strides.
Long stride. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry, I had to point it out.
And I did not mean that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
Leanna's just smiling now.
So, you look happy. What happened up there?
He's a friend. He's still looking for the Resplendent Promise. And, since the Resplendent Promise is the one backing the Maestro, and the one that we still need to stop, I said that we were also looking for him. And he wants his promise to be kept. And as you heard, I said promises are made to be kept, which he obviously agrees with. And he offered aid. He offered to aid us for us giving him aid, and I accepted.
Huh. Okay. So, you accepted it. You feel good? Nothing
I feel
bad
great.
changed? Or...
He very, very, very carefully touched my forehead with his index finger, which is bigger than anything I have ever seen, not counting, well, the other giants that I've seen. And I just know things now. Kind of like what Malman described, except I wasn't hit by anything.
Huh, so... Wait, if it's like... So you can maybe do magic now? If it's like Malman?
Would I know the spells that I know? Even though I haven't gotten around to choosing them?
I am double checking because I just downloaded the homebrew, and I shit you fucking not. The first thing I saw when I looked at this was Dance Macabre for one of the spells you can learn, and I'm like, that's not right. Nope.
That's not a spell Leanna would learn.
Like, for some reason, you have 7th level spells on this list. I don't know why. There's no fucking way.
For Cloud Giant, the first level spells that I get through Sorcerer are Fog Cloud and Minor Illusion.
I know.
Makes sense.
Spells at first level of Fog Cloud and Minor Illusion.
Why is there not that there? Yeah, we will talk about this later because I don't think I have the right class set up for it. But,
Yeah, because I looked up the Unearthed Arcana Giant Soul Sorcerer.
I know, I did too, and then I looked up the D&D Beyond one, and it's not the same. So we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Boxbot looks confused.
Yeah,
I'm
just
still...
Which is
confused as
very
me.
impressive. It's very
Still
impressive.
I'm still figuring it all out.
Okay. Well,
Very impressive to read that because he doesn't have a face.
yeah. Okay. So if you can, huh? All right. Well, at least you have a friend now.
Yeah. And he said that he is always within reach. I just need to look up to the sky and listen to the wind.
Huh. Okay.
And I also learned that the last place that he saw the resplendent promise was where I first saw Bathol back to the southwest.
Southwest. Uh, would I have uh a proper map on me? This is the first time I actually thought this because like, oh yeah, I have a map. Let me look at that. Wait, do I?
I don't know. Do you guys have maps on you?
Uh, at some point, I'm fairly certain we should have picked one up. Since we're gallivanting everywhere.
Is there
Yeah.
one in your
Given
inventories?
one.
No,
Uh, I don't
wait.
think there's one in
I
the
thought the
inventory.
Queen definitely gave us one when, or at least showed us one, and I thought gave us one when telling us things.
That was what I said might have happened if you went back after you left the first time.
Okay, yeah, never mind then.
Then yeah, no map in the inventory.
That's why you guys have been rolling survival because you're just fucking going wherever.
You know what? That'd probably be a good idea to get next time in
Yeah,
town.
yeah. When we get to Dark Gulch, once we find our way.
Yeah. So yeah, no. So what places are southwest of here? Well, we're in the northeast of Tiān too. Almost everywhere is southwest of here.
Where I first saw him, where I first met him, that would likely be New Pass and by Victory Bay.
Well, we were gonna end up going in that direction anyway.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Well,
to Dark Gulch first. That was
yeah.
the plan.
Dark Gulch, then try to see if we can find Shawl there. And I don't know what we can do without passive, but we can try our best to get it to see reason.
You also know that Melman was on his way there too.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we do. We do know that. Thank you.
I told you guys that Melman was on his way, getting the head start.
Appreciate the reminder. Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Malman is there too, so
That'll
maybe
be
we can catch
helpful.
up with him. Yeah. Glad Passive sent him on his way there.
Yeah,
Alright. Well, it may have lost one, but at least we got another.
yeah. He'll be back.
Someday soon, hopefully. Alright. Well, we found that out, so let's get back to the card and be on our way.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So you guys get back to the cart and get Boxbot hooked up, and you continue your adventure. Obviously, a lot more relaxed given the conditions. So, with that being said, Passeth,
Oh dear.
Do 1 second. Gotta do all the stuff to set it up. Here we go. Do. You rolled a 14, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. You rolled a 14.
Yep.
And Mad Maestro gets a 16. So, just getting this. Maestro. Passeth. Okie doke. So, Passeth, as you are standing in the doorway, black spot ahead of you up against the Mad Maestro. The Mad Maestro says his line, curious about your involvement in this situation, but also excited. Hoo-hoo. This is gonna be fun. Passeth, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Save.
Oh, dang. 22.
22.
It's a natural 19.
As through the music, you hear a word traveling along it, going to your ears, and you hear the word grovel. And there's a moment where it almost entices you, but you're able to shake it off, and you look dead ahead at the Mad Maestro. God damn, you already... Okay, cool. Let's see. I haven't brought up his character sheet in a while. Let's see what this guy can do. Okay. The Mad Maestro will take his movement towards you. Moving 30 feet, so he is now currently about 10 feet away from you. Uh-oh, did I get disconnected again?
No, you're here.
Okay. I'm sorry, I think I might have the music too loud because I cannot hear a single thing you're saying.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I heard that. That was loud. That was good. I just didn't hear you before. Let me turn that down a little bit. Okay. So he...
As loud as reasonably I can.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's on my fault. He walks past Boxbot and up to you about 10 feet away. Okay. That ends his turn.
Are there any wooden structures or... I mean, I'm right by the door. Is the door made out of wood?
The door itself is made out of wood, but that appears to be the only thing in the nearby area.
That should work. I'll touch my multi-tool to it and cast polymorph on using the special polymorph of the tool.
Okie doke. What are you polymorphing it into?
That depends. What's the limit?
Let me look up the polymorph spell real quick.
Is it just straight up the actual spell?
Yeah, it's just the spell.
Okay.
The transform lasts. The spell transforms a creature that you can see into a new form. The target assumes the new. Okay. This form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal or less than the target's. Or the target's level if the target doesn't have a challenge rating.
In my experience, dwarves have a very high CR.
So you can turn it into a CR. I'll be gracious and call it a CR1 door.
Okay, let me see what I can turn it into.
Pretty much, if it can be a Ranger's Beastmaster companion, I'll allow this.
That would be good. Axe beak. Oh, I could go brown bear.
Wait, since when is a bear a CR1?
Challenge rating 1. A large beast.
Oh, that's because Ranger. I was thinking of the Beastmaster, but they have a limit on size. That's why I didn't think of that. Never mind.
I think I'll go for the brown bear.
Okie doke. So you put your tool up against the door and you make these well, you had a saw before, so you start sawing it into specific pieces really quickly, and the magic seems to congeal and conform into one form, and the bear that you were intending before just screams out towards the Maestro.
Yeah, I'm making friends all the time. And both the bear and box bottle then go and attack it. The Maestro.
Okay. I don't have bear stats, so...
The bear has multi-attack.
Okie doke.
It's 2 hits. Definitely.
Well, that's the thing. Hold on. The bear... Let's look at polymorph one time, because the bear's not your thrall, it's just a bear now.
True. Dang.
Let's see. The target... The creature creates a... Yeah. So...
And the door just became alive.
Yeah, the door just became alive. Let me roll... You know what? Now I have to have bear stats because now I'm playing the bear. Cool. Give me a second. Good, it doesn't have anything for that, so I'll just fucking roll this. Oh god, the bear has great fucking initiative. He rolled a 19.
Pretty good strength too.
Okay, so the bear Although, because of the initiative already starting, that means he goes at the top of the round.
Which is next? Since it's just the three of us now.
Yeah, so Boxbot can go.
Yeah. I mean, I still have my action too, so just shocking a rock. It's a 27 to hit.
27 definitely hits.
That's 10 damage.
Okie doke.
Just pelt him in the gut. And then Boxbot will come up behind him and start swinging. That's a natural 20.
Okie dokie. That hits.
Woo, crit.
What's the damage? So 7. Okay, so 7 more damage to the Maestro, who takes 2 hefty hits, but also seems to just be poised. Hasn't dropped his violin, and is ready to continue. Now it's the bear's turn, I think.
Sorry, my mom's in the room, so needed to be muted for a little bit. That's also +3, so that's 10 full damage.
Okie dokie. 10 full damage.
Yeah.
I'll change that. So, it's the bear's turn. The bear is gonna be a bear. So I'm just gonna see how smart this bear is real quick. Okay, not bad. The bear is going to understand that you, Passeth, have brought it to life, so you are not the immediate threat. And the Maestro, and Boxbot is currently behind the Maestro. So, with that being said, the Maestro is going to be the closest enemy, and the bear is going to make its move. The bear runs up to the Mad Maestro and is going to make 2 attacks, one with a bite, one with a claw. So let's see how it does. The bite. Oop, there we go. The bite is a 15. 15 misses. Let's do it with the claw. The claw's a 22. The claw hits. That is 2d6 plus 4. 2d6 plus 4. That is 13 points of damage as it swipes against the Mad Maestro, leaving a hefty wound on his chest. But for some reason, he just seems to be enjoying the moment. 13. 13 damage. Now it's the Maestro's turn. The Maestro is going to walk past both the bear and Boxbot. So can you roll, if you want Boxbot to roll an attack of opportunity?
I would love to do that.
17 plus.
That definitely hits.
Yeah. Plus 5. Should make a thing on here. Do that instead. And D8. So 3 plus 6. 6 damage.
6 damage, and the fucking bear gets 12. So that's a total of 18 points of damage. As
Ooh.
the Maestro keeps walking, and while you do notice the blood starting to come out, he seems oddly unperturbed as he continues to walk. And he says, I don't think you're supposed to be here. How strange. Maybe another time. And he is going to take his bow, and he is going to try to cut you, Paseth.
Oh no.
And I'm going to roll this in front of everyone. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. That is a natural 1.
Oh.
As he takes his bow and he attempts to slash it across you, but the bear behind him seems to still want more, and it seems to roar and take his attention for just a brief moment, and the Maestro misses you with this slash. That's his first attack. He is going to try and hit you again with his second. That is a natural 20.
There we go. Can't do anything about it.
The Maestro is going to do that. Hold on. And he is... Why am I so bad at finding dice? Okay, crit damage. Roll that. That is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And he is going to put a smite on that. And he rolled like absolute fucking garbage. Cool. That's another 15 points on a critted smite's damage.
That's purely the smite damage.
Yes.
Okay.
And Paseth, you disappear.
That smite. That's right.
The one he used on Estelle, yes.
Yeah.
I need you, Paseth, to roll me a D100.
A D100. It's rolling. It's rolling.
Eventually.
$11.
11? What is 11? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh no! Oh! Thank God! Oh, okay. No. I got super upset because I thought 11 was the Feywild, and I'm like, are you shitting me? Are you gonna be
Hey, I'm
real?
back home.
I'm like, no, we are not doing this shit again.
Time travel again, back a few minutes earlier, and fight him again.
Okay. So, I need to mute the music. Okay. Now, this one is far more interesting. I'm going to mute the music, and we are in a completely different place. Paseth, as you are here, you open your eyes after being attacked and hurt. There's a sense of wonder. It's almost like you're in a place that exists but at the same time doesn't. You are a part of what can only be described as a fog. Something unclear but not dark. You feel yourself floating, but your wings aren't moving. And you don't hear anything. Quiet and floating. The fog clouds gently surrounding you, and the surrounding area is a dark blue in the sky. You feel a sense of calm, but not one earned because everything's okay, just because everything is quiet, just gently shifting. What are you doing?
I would like to quickly cast Cure Wounds, because, oh boy, that hurt.
Okay. At what level?
Uh, I would actually like to do it at second level, because that was a lot.
Okie dokie. I need you to make a. What would this be? Would this be. I think this would be a straight intelligence check. DC 17.
22.
Okay. Your Cure Wounds goes off without going wild. Roll damage. Or roll healing.
Oh. Oh.
Oof.
7.
So you heal 7 points, as it's almost like the damage that you receive seems to drift off into a nothingness, into an ethereal void.
Forgot that he can hit that hard. I actually didn't get hit at all from him, so that's what it still felt.
That's up. How do I get out of here? Oh, right, they need to do a break concentration for him. I mean, he's standing next to a bear and BB. They should be able to at least keep wailing on him.
Paseth, as you think about these thoughts in this moment, you see over to your left a giant figure, but not a giant. It looks like a fish. Huge, big, bulbous nose. And while it's a good 200 feet away from you, it almost feels like it's right next to you. Its spectral blue body curving like a figure jumping over the moon and just holding on to that position. Its mouth big and wide. Its teeth aren't sharp, but it's a sight to behold. Its body almost looking like it's made up of stars or galaxies. Again, extending hundreds, thousands of feet maybe. It's majestic. And it dips back under what appears to be the surface, or at least where this fog coalesces.
That was a very pretty fish.
And after that moment, you are brought back.
Oh, jeez.
And as you are standing there, back in the position that you were in, the Maestro looks over to you. The bear and Boxspot on the ground. And he says, "So you came back. Good. Perhaps you can enlighten me on your situation. Or perhaps you wish to die here."
Well, how about you enlighten me on why you're still here?
I've never left Baseth.
Yeah, well, I think you need to leave.
What a compelling argument you make. Let me think about it. No.
Ba, 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 ba. I'll take another small rock and just straight up cast catapult on it.
Okie dokie, that's a dex save.
Yep.
That's a 23. 14 plus 9. So is that half damage?
I think on a success, it just doesn't. He just completely dodges it.
Okie doke. As he gets out of the way. Now, I don't think that that's very smart to do, considering the situation you're in. So, please, let's have a conversation. And I think that's a good place to end it for tonight.
Oh dear.
hate it when it ends. I always hate it when it ends.
Oh boy.
Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.